Hello, friends. Welcome back to our devotion. This week, we're going to be talking about peace. We've covered love and joy, and peace is the third virtue listed there in the book of Galatians, chapter 5, that describes the fruit of the Spirit in our life. And we know that every heart really desires peace, but peace truly only comes from the Lord, from Jesus Christ. Paul, when he was writing to the church, said in 2 Thessalonians 3:16, now may the Lord of peace himself give you peace at all times and in every situation. The Lord be with you all. Well, that's the kind of peace we want. We want the peace that comes from the Lord, because we know that peace that comes from the world is very fragile. It's all wrapped up in finances, health, relationships, and all of those can crumble in a moment. But the peace that the Bible talks about is much deeper. It actually is a spiritual peace deep within us. In the Old Testament, the word shalom was interpreted peace, and shalom means wholeness with God, body, soul, and spirit, wholeness with God. And then in the New Testament, right there in the book of First Thessalonians that we just read, it uses a Greek word, irene. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. And really, it's the picture of a peaceful ruler watching over a city. It doesn't deny the storms will come, but there is a ruler that will help us go through the storms and navigate the waters. And isn't that a beautiful picture of Jesus being the Lord of our life? Think about Mark chapter 4. The disciples are in a boat. They're going across the Sea of Galilee. This storm comes up that is very frightening. Even the seasoned fishermen in the boat were concerned that they were going to lose their life. When they start looking for Jesus, what happens? They find him asleep. And of course, they awaken him. And Jesus is aware. Of course, he was always aware, but he looks at the storm and he says, "Peace, be still." But I love the fact that while the storm was raging, he was at peace. He embodied peace, that he could sleep through the storm because he knew his purpose. He knew the will of the Father. And then once he is in the middle of their situation that they're so fearful of, he brings the peace that they're asking for. Augustine said it like this. He said, "Our hearts are restless, full of turmoil and chaos and confusion. Our hearts are restless until they rest in you," talking about God. Whatever's going on in my life, it's when I rest in God, when I know that he has the control of all the situations that I'm going through, that he is the Lord of all. That's when I can truly have peace. I just want to quickly give you 3 points that will help you apply that to your life. Apply the fact that he is the source of peace. First of all, I would encourage you to start with just a morning pause. Just stop for a few minutes and think about what the Lord has done for your life. And I know that we rush around in the morning, but just take that morning pause and pray the prayer. I want the Lord of peace to be with me today. I want the Lord of peace to walk with me. The second thing you can do is you can just have an anchor verse. I would actually recommend the verse that we use today from Thessalonians. Write it down on a card, take it with you. And if there are things that happen during the day that are disrupting, take that out, read that, and let that peace come back to you. And then the third thing is, when you lay down at night, take a peace inventory, count all of the blessings of God in your life, and then look at your life and say, was there something happening today that I didn't have the peace of God? And why didn't I have it? Why didn't I invite the Lord into that situation? Amen. Let's just say a short prayer here to end today's devotion. Lord, you are the source of peace for our lives. And I pray that you would calm the storms that are within me, within all of my friends that are listening. I pray that you would give us peace and that you would remind us daily that you are with us. Amen. Thank you so much. Hey, just in closing, I would love for you to help me spread my devotions a little bit further. So will you like and share on Facebook? And if you're on YouTube, and of course you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. I've got a little goal for this week to get my YouTube channel up to 50 people. So that's a small beginning, but hey, that's the way things start. and I would sure appreciate it. Hey, thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you tomorrow as we continue our discussion about peace.